welcome back to Success with Jess. It is episode 4. I am so excited for this episode because it is called You Asked, I Answered. So I am here. I got my microphone. I got my headphones. I got my Diet Coke today. And I got my assistant, Miranda, and she has some fabulous questions. I don't even know what these questions are. I haven't even seen them yet. So this is going to be raw truth right here. No filter, no nothing. And I am so freaking excited. I can't even contain myself. Miranda, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready. Okay. All right.
Let's kick it off with Bex. She says, you are a fabulous, supportive mom and loving wife. When do you do something for yourself, and what does Jess time look like?
Ooh, first of all, Bex, I love that name. That is like a fabulous name. I love that. Okay. So Jess time is like going to get a pedicure. Maybe like I really like to go to dinner. So every day about 6 o'clock is Jess time when we go out to dinner. I love watching 90 Day Fiance. I'm completely obsessed with everyone on that show. It is incredible. I love shopping online so much. Another seriously guilty pleasure I have is I like to go to the casinos and I like to play the slot machines and like it's so fun. You know why I like going to play the slot machines? I don't like the slot machines. I like the fact that I can just sit there and push a button. No one talks to me. It's like my own game, and yeah, it's incredible. But I did find that I could just put the slot machine on my phone and everyone will just ignore me and I can keep playing and it's free. So it's incredible. Yeah. So those are my Jess times.
Love that. Hannah wants to know, how did you teach JoJo to dance when she was younger? And what did your everyday dance routine look like?
Hannah, when JoJo was little, I had a CD player in my kitchen, and it was like the kind that was like under the cupboard, you know, where like the disc like slid out. And I would just always keep her music in the kitchen. And I would say, do you want to do your solo? She'd be like, yeah. And she had like this little leg hold in her solo. And if you don't know what a leg hold is, it's like where you take your hand and you grab your foot and you like pull your leg up. And she used to like hold onto the refrigerator and do her leg hold. Like she would dance anywhere. And so like the kitchen was her favorite place to practice. And I always would just try to make it fun for her. Like she had a prop in her dance and she never could remember where to put her hand on the prop. And so I drew a little smiley face on it and I was like, put your hand on the smiley face. And then she just always did that. And one time at a competition, she was walking off stage. She had finished her dance and she added this like big 5-year-old JoJo leap and she came off and I was like, what'd you do that for? And she was like, I thought the judges would like it better. So already at 5 years old, she was like creating her own things and kind of teaching herself actually.
Cool. Alicia wants to know, what did it feel like when JoJo danced her first ever solo at age 2?
Oh my gosh.
Is that true also?
That is true.
2 years old.
Yes, 2 years old in a diaper.
No.
Yeah, not crazy dance mom here. I mean, I don't know what everyone's looking at, you know. Yeah, so I was like, well, if we're going to be at all these competitions, I might as well just teach JoJo a solo, right? So that was the solo that we practiced in the kitchen. And I was like, she was right, almost potty trained. And I was like, I think we should just keep her in a diaper for a little bit longer because you never know what a kid's going to do on stage. Like, you don't want your kid to pee on stage. That's like the worst thing, you know? So we kept her in the diaper and she did this solo and it's iconic because it was like from Hairspray and it was like, don't treat me like a child of 2. And she was 2. It was like so perfect for her. And she was smart enough then. She would do like these little chasses in her dance. And at dance competitions, they have cameras on stage and they take still pictures of you. She would stop her dance and like pose for the camera and then start back dancing. Like she just really knew what was going on. And that day of that first solo, it was at Kids Artistic Review. Actually, I didn't know how it was going to go. You know, like what if she forgets her dance? What if she changes her mind and she doesn't want to do it? But I knew the second she got out there that we had something. You know, we have something here. And that from then on, it was like every fiber of my being pushed her as hard as I could to make stuff happen.
Brandy wants to know, what was your favorite dance JoJo has ever done?
Ooh, Brandy. JoJo has done a lot of dances. My favorite dance that she has ever done at my studio was called Donkey Pot Pie. And it's
Wait,
from
one more time.
it's called Donkey Pot Pie. Okay. And it's from the musical Shrek. And she was the donkey, you know, and all the kids were like the townspeople. And it was like, donkey, hey, and she was adorable. And then she did the solo, and it was called Butter. And like, so cute. And she had this little red and white checkered costume with a big yellow tutu. And we did like those braids, and we like looped them up, you know. It was so cute. And then I think my favorite solo on Dance Moms was the MJ one, because I can just always hear her saying, I am MJ. You know, it's like, it's not even about the solo. It's about JoJo thinking she was MJ, you know. And when she built this stage in the yard during quarantine, I had this whole revelation from JoJo, because I used to say like, oh, you're the next Hannah Montana. And then when she built the stage, I was like, oh, we're up in this. You are the next MJ, you know, so we love MJ.
All right. Amanda, bringing a little bit of heat to this question.
All right, Amanda. Whew,
you
okay.
entered JoJo's audition tape for AUDC without JoJo knowing. How much of this was your dream and how much was JoJo's?
You know, Amanda, thanks for bringing the heat. And I have to tell you something. If this wasn't 100% JoJo's dream, we would not be here right now. Not only would we not be in this podcast, I would be living in Nebraska. I would have a dance studio, and I would be what most people would say normal, you know, and this was JoJo's dream. And all I did was give her the tools. I gave her the tools, and I gave her everything I could. And there was a lot of days on Dance Moms where I said, say the words, let's go home. Say the words, say you want to go home. And she was like, I'll never say it. Like, she loves it, loves it, loves it. And I would say to her, I'm so mad. Abby put you in the back again. And she'd be like, Mom, I don't care. We're making a TV show, you know? So she just loves it. And if she's not happy, that's when it would stop. So thank you, Amanda, for worrying about JoJo's happiness, but I got it, you know?
Yep, indeed. Priscilla says that she's scared to put her daughter on YouTube, but she wants some advice for how to create a brand and a personality on social media, the way that JoJo did.
Well, first of all, hi, Priscilla. And I do follow this Priscilla on social media, and she's a sweet lady. She's really nice. And I necessarily wouldn't be afraid to put something on YouTube. I don't think that is the fear. I think you have to be responsible. I think if you want to put your kid out there, you need to watch everything, especially TikTok. I mean, the fear is not YouTube. The fear is TikTok. The fear is the DMs on Instagram. And if your kid wants to be a YouTuber, I would say definitely do it. Definitely 1,000,000% make a YouTube channel. One, you're going to have phenomenal videos of your child when your child is older. It's just, think of it like a big file. Two, you could do what JoJo and I did. We use it as part of the homeschool curriculum. So she learned about all the wonderful programs like Final Cut Pro and Photoshop, programs I as a grown adult could never, you know, like that was huge for JoJo. And three, what if it explodes? And what if it becomes like something awesome? What a fun life for your kid to have. I mean, you can look at JoJo, you can look at Ryan, you can look at Colleen Ballinger, you can look at the Fish Fam. So those are all a lot of good people that have done really good things on YouTube. So don't be scared, just be responsible.
What type of content did you first put out when it came to JoJo being on YouTube?
First of all, I would never tell JoJo what to post. I always kind of let JoJo take the lead. So let's talk about JoJo's juice.
Yeah.
It was either going to be JoJo's juice and she was going to dump the juice on her head at the end, or it was going to be dish it out with JoJo and she was going to break a plate at the end of every episode. So me being like, I don't want to clean up a plate after every episode. I'd rather clean up juice, kind of was like, you should do juice. That would be fun. You know, so I kind of guided her that way. And I remember when we were on Dance Moms, we had this big whiteboard in our living room, family room, that was JoJo's bedroom. And we would kind of write things out, you know, and I would try to help her like plan her week and plan her time. But it was always her content ideas. It was always her. And the off chance that I would say, hey, you should do a video at like Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. You know, if I did spring an idea on her and she did do it, it usually was a video that wasn't the best.
So you look fabulous. You're surrounded by everything blinging out.
Thank you.
Heather wants to know how long it takes to rhinestone everything.
Heather, it can take so long because no matter how many you put on, you can always put more on. Like somehow, like whenever I'm doing a pair of shoes for JoJo, I could do it in like 30 minutes, right? But then like 4 hours later, I'm like, I could add more here. I could add smaller ones here. So honestly, I can rhinestone like really fast. Like this is how I rhinestone with a tool, you know? So I could rhinestone and I could talk and I could like get it done, but I just put a lot of stones on. So it takes a really long time.
Jody wants to know, do you enjoy people spotting you at concerts? And do you mind if they want to talk or have a picture with you?
Hi, Jody. Okay, here's the truth. Yes, I love saying hi to fans. I love giving them a little hug. But sometimes before the show, I don't want to be like a distraction, you know? So like I know when the show is going to start. So if I know we're on the last song and the show's about to start, I don't want people to get out of their seats and come in for a hug with Jess and miss the opening of JoJo's show, because when one person comes, more people come. So I know that. And then another thing, to be respectful for JoJo, like I won't take pictures or give hugs or anything really besides a wave during the show, because that's JoJo's show, you know, and we don't need people like, I don't need to be having a meet and greet in the back of JoJo's show. You know, it's just like polite. So, you know, same thing like on the book tour, it was awesome because I got to, after they saw JoJo, you know, I could be kind of off to the side and say hi to people and stuff. I love connecting with people, which is why I'm doing this. So, I mean, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, how would you like it if JoJo interrupted your podcast?
Yeah. Oh, JoJo, you're going to interrupt my podcast? Like, what's happening right now?
I'm ordering Baskin Robbins. You want any?
Yeah, this is my house. See, the last week it was Amazon. This week it's Baskin Robbins. I mean,
Carol Baskin Robbins.
there's always a situation here. Yes, I definitely want Baskin Robbins. Oh, boy. She's coming in for the whole cast here. Okay. You know, I want that kind that tastes like Fun Dip. Do you know which kind I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can probably tell you what it's called.
Gosh, how do you even see this? You know, I'm going to do this, and every mom in America is going to relate right now.
It's probably either Rainbow Sherbet.
No, it's not that. It is. Wait for it. I'm going to tell you the best kind ever. I don't have it. Oh, my gosh.
It's Wild and Reckless Berries.
It's Wild and Reckless. Yes, it's called Wild and Reckless. Okay, I'll do peanut butter and chocolate.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Did you want to say hi to all my family out here, my podcast family? Hey, podcast family. They're my favorite girl in the world.
Whispering.
What do you want? Favorite girl in the world.
Peanut butter
I want
and
peanut butter and chocolate, please. With sugar on top.
Okay, I got to go check in with your assistant and see if Miranda wants some.
Okay, do you love me so much?
I do.
Okay, I love you too. You're my
Okay.
favorite girl in the world. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, you never know when JoJo's going to pop in and want your ice cream order. Only in my house.
So you've gotten to do a bit of traveling. Kathy wants to know what country you've liked best while you've been out.
Well, hi, Kathy. And my mom's name is Kathy, so I like that name. And which country do I like the best? Well, I have a lot of them that I like. So here we go. I like the UK. Because I like when I go there that it feels like I'm in a foreign country. You know, it's kind of cool. Like the buildings are historical. Some of the language is a little bit different. And on the other hand, I like Australia because it's kind of a lot like America. It's so freaking far away. So you know you're in a foreign country, but it's beautiful. Like Bondi Beach. Oh, it doesn't get any more beautiful than Bondi Beach. But I remember the first time I was there, I was just with JoJo and my husband and son weren't there. And I was sitting on the beach looking out at the water. And I was like, my family is so far away right now. Like that is Australia. I love you, but you are far away. Oh, Ireland is incredible too. Side note, we took a ferry to get to Ireland. If you've been on this ferry, it is the roughest water. I was on there for 2 minutes and I was like, I gotta go lay down.
No.
That ferry is, yeah, don't do it. If someone says, do you want to take the ferry to Ireland? Go, no, we'll fly.
Is there any places on your bucket list that you want to visit anytime soon?
Yes, there is. We want to go to Asia so bad. We want to go to Japan. We want to go to Shanghai. We want to go to Korea. And as soon as this quarantine is over, we are doing something going to Asia. Like, it's happening. Like, it's happening.
I love that.
Yeah. And we're going to go to Disneyland too while we're there. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, last question.
The
for
grand
today.
finale?
I
Okay.
know. Tiffany wants to know, do you ever wish you could just go back to the norm without all the paparazzi, the critics, the cameras?
Tiffany, no. I love my life. I love my family. I love everything about what we're doing. And I like living in LA. Honestly, like in the beginning, it was like, maybe we'll move back to Nebraska someday. Like, you never know. But now my family's here. We're here. We have our house. The paparazzi, honestly, a lot of them are our friends. Like, we see them and we're like, hey, like JoJo loves them. They're super nice to her. So it's not a problem. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are super critical about some things that could be said or could be done. But in all reality, most of the people are super nice and super supportive, and those are the people that we focus on. Those are the people that we let into our lives and genuinely care about. So if you're a fan and you're supporting my family, we love you. Okay, I for one loved You Asked It, I Answered. I think this was a super fun podcast. I cannot believe we're on episode 4. Like, what is even happening right now? And thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but subscribers are really important. I mean, they're very important for both of my kids, especially because they're children and they need subscribers. But even as an adult, like subscribe to people, help them out. It takes like 2 seconds. Just subscribe and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Ask your questions, because on the next episode of You Asked, I Answered, I want to see what your question is. I want to know, and ask the hard questions. Ask the tough questions, because I'm going to answer them. All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and peace out.